Spicy Toast Gaming here, thank you for tuning in to another video, and today we are taking a look at the new weekly adventures. So we have a 1.5 Swain, a 2.5 Katarina, and a 3.5 Poppy. For Swain we have Ascension's Toll. When you level up a champion, all players discard their hand. We've seen this before, but not on one of the weekly adventures. Interesting. Probably the champion that can best make use of this would be Jinx, since discarding your entire hand, that's great for her. She's able to deal damage for every card that you discard, as well as that levels her up. Granted, this isn't really going to help you level up Jinx if she's the champion you're leveling up, because you can't level her up twice. If you have Jinx and you're able to get a support champion that's easy to level up, you could use this to immediately trigger her level up, or just having her on the board, this is going to help you discard your entire hand again, dealing all of that damage because of her star powers to the enemy nexus and the enemy board. I think Jinx is really the one champion that can take special use of this. Alright, for the 2.5, we have Beside My Kin, round start, grant 2 random units in the player's deck, 1/1. For this, you probably want to have your deck as small as possible. Also, if you go with someone like Echo, you can use your predict to try to fish for the units that have the extra 1/1. So that would be pretty decent. Hindering Greed. When the player summons a unit, grant it -1 power for every 100 gold the player has. This is really interesting. So this is a grant, so this is a permanent debuff. And then for every 100 gold, you often can have a lot of gold. So this is going to be a very interesting adventure. Definitely don't want your bounty hunters. The relic that gives you 1/1 for every 200 gold you have, because essentially it's never going to buff you at all. Really interesting power. We definitely haven't seen this before. So you're going to be wanting to spend as much gold as you can at the shop, buying powers, just spending whatever gold you can, because you need to try to keep under 100 gold. It's going to be hard though, because you want to save up gold so that you can actually buy powers. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to have to deal with. Again, the best champion for Beside My Kin, probably Echo, since you can try to find those random units. And then Hindering Greed, really you just want to try to spend as much gold as you can in the shop. Alright, for 3.5 star Poppy, we have Blind Rage. Players' units with 4+ power can't block. Withstand, round start, grant the foe's units 1/1, and then the vicious enemy. Blind Rage, this is really interesting. Much like the gold, you are actually punished for having stronger units. As always, you could just choose your best 3-star or kind of S-tier champion to just power through this and end as fast as possible. But if you want to actually take advantage of these powers, I think going with a control deck should work out best for you. So someone like Annie, Yasuo, Ashe, Leona, any of those where you don't necessarily need to worry about blocking as much, or you have other ways to stop their attackers other than blocking, that often will help you out. Also Jhin would be good for having a lot of removal and stun. Also some champions like Misfortune, where you just have a lot of blockers and normally they're smaller units, where you're totally fine with them being able to block for you. But yeah, one that's really interesting that actually punishes you for having stronger units. So that's pretty cool, because this potentially is going to be more and more effective the longer the adventure goes on and your units get stronger. So this is really cool. Never seen this before. Withstand, yeah, we're all used to it from the Galio adventure. It's fine. So really interesting powers we have this week. A lot of ones that are very much the Kiss Curse sort of power, where it has a benefit or a downside, or ones that are giving you a downside if you have too much of a benefit. So reducing your power, and it's a permanent debuff for your gold. 100 gold is not hard to have, so this is really going to be interesting. And then the Blind Rage will be very fun as well. Definitely comment down below how you're enjoying these weeklies. This is probably some of the most interesting weeklies we've gotten in a while. It's definitely going to be something we need to try to play around and manage. And it's also good that they're weeklies that aren't necessarily geared towards a certain champion. This is something that whatever deck you're playing, you have to bear in mind and be considering, which is a lot of fun. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day.